This one's actually kind of heartbreaking. I had a home listed again, and I had some buyers come through. They were really interested in the home. They actually didn't have their own agent, so I was working directly with these buyers. I had shown them the property a couple of times. They came through my open house. They were ready to make an offer, and it was actually an ideal offer for my clients because my clients were moving out of state and didn't want all of the furniture that was inside the home to have to move it. And these buyers were coming in and would love everything included. And so it was going to be an ideal situation for both parties. Now, as we started to talk through the logistics of an offer, they said they were going to be paying cash for the home. And I was a little bit hesitant because they wouldn't give me a lot of information on where this cash was coming from and when they would have it available. So that raised a red flag for me as the seller's agent. I wanted to make sure that, this was a legitimate deal, that I was going to be able to close, and that they did actually have the money that they said they did. So as we did a little bit of due diligence, they sent me some more information. I did a little bit of pushing. I urged them to give me more information before we can get this under contract to make sure that everybody's protected and that you can uphold your end of the deal as well. And come to find out that they had been scammed. They were planning on getting all of this money from a scam site. You've probably received these text messages, these phone calls, like you've won $1 million. And they expected to get all this money. I raised the flag to them and I said, listen, I don't think that this is legitimate. I think that you've been scammed. And they were so adamant that they had not been scammed, that that money was coming, that they had won it from the publisher's clearinghouse, and that it was coming with a new car and $2 million. And unfortunately, they just got, drug along. We didn't write up the offer. I started working with some other buyers and told them, when you have the money in your account, then we can move forward. But until then, we're going to work with some other buyers. And they called me every single day to see if the home was still available. And unfortunately, 2 weeks later, they still hadn't received their money that they thought they were getting, and these poor people had been taken advantage of. I tried so hard to help them, but it was a really unfortunate situation for both parties. I mean, my sellers were really excited about this offer, and so it just goes to show you have to be really careful in this world. And if you are a child of a mother and father looking for a home that might be subject to something like this, please check up on them. I felt so horrible that they had to go through this. They lost some money in the process, and if they would have just let their kids be a little bit more involved, I think they would have seen what it was and they could have avoided the whole situation.